review on The Stranger in My Home by Adele Parks. I pretty much just picked this up on a whim from a bookshop. It was sort of on one of those tables that they sort of lay out to make you try and buy them. But the plotline and the blurb really absorbed me in. It says, what would you do if your child wasn't yours? Alison is lucky and she knows it. She has the life she's always craved, including a happy home with Jeff and their brilliant, vivacious teenage daughter, Catherine, the absolute centre of Alison's world. Then, a knock at the door ends life as they know it. 15 years ago, someone else took Alison's baby from the hospital, and now Alison is facing the unthinkable. The daughter she brought home doesn't belong to her. I will talk about it sort of non-spoiler to start with, and then if you want to read it and you haven't already, click off this video and I will tell you when I will be introducing spoilers into this review. So, this book is about two babies that were swapped at birth in the hospital, and one day, so I will sort of give you the little family trees. You have Catherine, who is the daughter, and then you have Jeff and Alison, who are her parents. So you've got them on one side, and then one day Tom turns up. Tom is the father of the other family, and his wife had ovarian cancer and she died. Tom has 3 kids, Olivia, Amy and Callum, and when she died, because they found out it was a hereditary cancer, they got all the kids to take the test. When the results came back, they found out that Olivia wasn't theirs. So we're at the stage now. Tom shows up at Alison's door and is like, our kids were swapped at birth. She invites them in and it's just a mind blow for them. Just the fact that everything they once thought they knew about their children is not what it seems. But it was really interesting the fact that Tom is a single parent, and it's not like there's 2 parents, happy couples, will they swap children, that sort of thing. It was really, really gripping to see the sort of dynamics and the relationships between all of the characters, seeing how Alison was dealing with it, because really she wasn't dealing with it too well. She finds she wasn't bonding with Olivia like Catherine was with Tom, and she found it very hard to accept the fact that Catherine wasn't hers, because previously she had had a baby when she was younger and had to give it away, hence why she is so overprotective of Catherine. Just really enjoyed this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. What I will say about this book is nothing is at all what it seems. There is a huge plot twist right at the end, and I love that about this book. I think it really made it, and is probably the reason I pushed it to 5 out of 5 stars. Yeah, the book basically just follows these 2 families trying to come to terms with this huge new revelation in their lives. I don't know what else to say except for it was really good. It's really hard to give a review of this without giving spoilers away, because you have to choose your words carefully, and if you've read the book you know why. But I was seriously just like drawn into this book. I was gasping out loud at points of it towards the end, and I thought some of the characters were really well created. So if you are currently reading this book and you're sort of halfway through and you're thinking, I don't really know if I want to persist with it. If you find yourself when you start to read it you're a bit like, I'm getting a bit bored of this, I really highly recommend you just push through it, because the ending is well worth the wait. Well, it was for me anyway. So as far as non-spoilers, I will leave it at that. If you want to read it, I highly recommend you do. So from now on, the rest of the review will contain spoilers for people that have read it and we just want to talk about it together. So if you've read this book, you know what happens in the end. The fact that Annabelle isn't dead, the fact she turns up on the doorstep when Catherine goes missing, the fact that Tom is completely sort of mad and they've had to put a restraint on him from seeing his kids, the fact he's kidnapped Catherine and drugged her. I thought it was a really dark, twisted ending to his character, and I loved it. I thought it was really, if it was just sort of like sweetness and light in the end, even if Annabelle did come back and he hadn't taken away, I don't think it would have had the same, it would have had an impact, because obviously we thought she was dead the whole time, but I think the fact that he had kidnapped her and taken away and drugged her, I thought that was really good, and you were really holding your breath at the end thinking, how are they going to get out of this situation? I feel that you can imagine after the book that they try and rebuild their lives together. They start to have an extended family relationship, and somehow it's all been for the best for them. Sorry, I had to stop filming just then, so I'm not quite sure where I got to on this book review, but if you've read this book, let me know what you thought of it. Did you like the big plot twist in the end? I found it really interesting how Catherine and Tom seemed to get on so well, but then obviously Olivia and Alison didn't. But that's obviously because of the lies Tom was feeding, and you realise just how sort of manipulating and conniving, and he really thought the whole thing through very well. I feel this book presents itself with a lot of what ifs. What if Annabelle never had swapped the babies in the first place by accident? Then none of this would have surfaced and everything would have been sweetness and light, but then that wouldn't have created this great book. So if you have read it, let me know what you think of it. So I would be interested to see what else Adele Parks has to offer with her books. If they're half as good as this, then I know they're going to be a pretty good read. I felt like with this book you really didn't guess the plot at the end. It was like a sideswipe, you just didn't see it coming, and that is what I loved about this book. So yeah, that is my review on The Stranger in My Home. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next book video. Bye!